Living for the gram. Some years ago, I had a streak of over 100 consecutive days on the Bible app on my phone. Now, if you use the YouVersion Bible app like me, you'd know that all you need to maintain your streak is to open the app and close it. You don't need to read anything, just open it and close it again. Bare minimum. So in those 100 plus days, there were times when I did just that, open and close. And my streak kept counting. Well, I ran out of luck one day when I got really busy and forgot to open the app for the entire day. Somehow, immediately the clock struck 12 and it was a new day. A loud bell suddenly rang in my head that I had just lost my streak. I felt so pained. Why did I feel pained? I didn't feel pained that I did not read my Bible that day. What I felt pained about was that the show I was putting up for over 100 days was over. For 100 days, my friends on the app could see my streaks building up, and I appeared like a serious Christian who reads his Bible every day. That's what the credentials say, but that's not the reality. I spoke to a friend who made me realize immediately that my priorities were misplaced. What I should be more concerned about is that I'm actually studying my Bible and maintaining a good relationship with God. That was my longest streak ever, and that was the day that I stopped being overly concerned about streaks. This episode is not about religion or Bible reading, but I've just used this analogy to paint a picture of how the average human thinks. We spend so much time managing what other people think of us, but how much time do we spend working on who we really are? In today's hyper-connected world, we've become masters of perception management. We know which filter makes us look best, which achievements to highlight, and which moments to share. But sometimes, when you look behind the scenes, you are so disappointed. The reality is often not at par with the image that is out there. The power couple on Instagram and TikTok that is all lovey-dovey, with matching pajamas, turning necks and making people shout, God when. Sometimes, behind the filtered photos is an abusive marriage that is falling apart. The CEO of the $1 million startup on LinkedIn may just be the team lead of a small 3-man team still figuring out their product that may not launch anytime soon. The ultra-religious person in church who always has a ready scripture and sermon about godly living is probably living a completely different story behind closed doors. The truth is that we live in a world that is obsessed with appearance. Social media, personal branding, curated lives. Everyone is trying to craft the perfect image. But maintaining a reputation that does not match your character is like trying to hold your breath underwater. At some point, you'll need to come up for air. When your reputation is bigger than who you really are, life becomes a constant performance. You are always on the edge, calculating, looking over your shoulders, and worrying about being found out. The unfortunate thing about this is that you could have channeled the same energy you used to keep up appearances into growing and improving yourself. There's something character has that reputation doesn't, and that is sustainability. You might now be tempted to ask, should we then build just character and ditch reputation? My answer is no. It's just like asking whether it's more important to get a first class in school or to actually know your onions. There are certain doors that a good reputation, a good profile, or a good CV surely gives you a better chance at unlocking. But the thing is that reputation will only get you through the door. But to stay in the room, you need substance, and character is that substance. I get it. We are always encouraged to put our best foot forward, and that's perfectly okay. But there's a difference between putting your best foot forward and living a lie. The likes and comments sometimes gives you a false sense of accomplishment and make you feel good momentarily, but they are not the real measure of your substance. So what's the point? The point is to pay more attention to your character than you do to your reputation. The point is to ignore the crowd and do the right thing even when no one is watching, not merely because you want to play to the gallery. The point is to be willing to take temporary hits to your reputation if it comes down to it, in order to maintain your integrity. The point is to get real with yourself and tell yourself the truth about who you really are. You must understand that there's nothing wrong with building and maintaining a good reputation, a good profile, or amazing credentials. But if your substance, your character, is not in alignment, sooner or later, it will show. And that's where your troubles begin. For as long as you keep living a lie, you keep going round in circles and you hardly make any progress. If you do only one good thing for yourself this week, please focus on building character. Ignore the applause and tell yourself the bitter truth about your life. That's the only way you can grow. Thank you for listening. Please share this with someone if you found it useful. I hope to see you on the next episode. Keep being amazing. My name is Murphy Nnamdi Ochuba.